Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Infrastructure Matters keynote at Interconnect 2015.
So, good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing this afternoon? In this environment, it takes the right infrastructure to be a market leader. The right infrastructure enables you to deliver on mobile moments and enables cloud without risk. It enables you to respond to market demands and leverage open innovation. And it gives you fast access to insights from your data and across your business. Ultimately, the right infrastructure allows you to discover new ways to think, new ways to work, and new ways to move forward to be successful as industries transform. Whether in banking, retail, healthcare, municipal government, or any other industry, we are all consumers in the digital economy today. In this economy, expectations are heightened. We want services that are faster, personalized, accurate, highly available, and more connected than ever before. By leveraging our core systems, we can integrate new technologies across the stack, and those systems become the infrastructure at the heart of this transformation. Technology innovators will not only be the new IT leaders, they will be the new market leaders. They'll help their companies create a better customer experience, which is the ultimate measure of success. Here's what you might have experienced while you booked your travel plans for Interconnect. Think about the number of connection points that it takes, how many devices, how many data exchanges, and how many security vulnerabilities. Now imagine 20,000 of you doing this concurrently. I think it's fair to say good is no longer good enough. To do all of this, it takes the right infrastructure. So what are some real-world examples of what I'm talking about? IT leaders have to be able to respond to changing requirements and growing demand securely, managing data across devices, systems, and applications, delivering all this innovation while dealing with cost savings. Financial institutions that need to increase and extend services, both securely and reliably, handling huge volumes of daily transactions. Researchers and other data-intensive industries are handling and storing massive amounts of data to drive analytics in an ever-increasing universe of information. So the good news, 7 out of 10 IT leaders believe that IT infrastructure enables competitive advantage and optimizes business performance. And yet, we know that today, only 10% of companies are prepared to meet the demands. So what's so special about these top companies? They're proactively embarked on a new way to work and are embracing new business models. Let's look at a few great examples of strategic leaders, companies that constantly lead by example using IT infrastructure to enable competitive advantages. In a fight against leukemia, you heard from MD Anderson Cancer Center this morning, has leveraged the cognitive computing of IBM Watson running on IBM Power Systems to help advance new discoveries in patient care, build and fine-tune treatment plans, and match patients with clinical trials, all to eliminate cancer in the world. Taking on the challenge of mobility enabled for their clients, Socobi in Brazil migrated to their business-critical services to a private cloud, servicing 2.6 million people and enabled a 600% increase in mobile transactions for their country. Speed, accuracy, security are often considered table stakes, but hybrid IT and hybrid cloud are new business models helping companies deliver faster services and creating new market agility. An important part of hybrid IT is your ability to connect your systems of engagement with your systems of record. By doing so, you can, with speed and agility, deliver better customer experiences and gain better insights into your needs and your actions. As a market leader, Walmart is always looking for ways to improve costs and increase speed to market. They're leveraging self-service provisioning, metered and dynamic scalable services in the cloud, processed on Z systems. Leaders realize the importance of connecting their systems. But what else? Open standards are another example of how IBM continues to innovate. In fact, they say by 2018, over half of all CIOs will favor open standards-based frameworks. An open and collaborative community and a broad ecosystem like Open Power create phenomenal innovation at all levels of the IT stack. Today, IBM is already helping clients optimize their IT infrastructure for the digital economy, enabling them to think, work, and move forward. Our clients are paying 81% less in cloud infrastructure costs than they would on an x86 system on premises. They're spending up to 70% less in administration time and saving up to 50% more in IT labor costs. And they're seeing over 98% fewer security breaches. All of this while 91% of their customer-facing applications are accessing IBM systems today. So companies can improve their business results by leveraging IBM's scalable, secure, integrated, and open systems. Our systems scale for mobility. They have the flexibility to store, manage, and analyze data, and offer the most open, adaptable, and secure cloud capabilities in the marketplace. For those looking to deliver on mobile moments or enable cloud without risk, in a moment, Ross Morey will explain some of the incredible advantages of the new Z13. Also, you'll hear from Terry Vernig on how we're putting data to work with Power8 and accelerating applications with the Open Power innovation. And finally, you'll hear from Jamie Thomas. She'll take you through the benefits of having fast access to data stored in the cloud. IBM infrastructure helps you turn business opportunities into business successes. So now, let's talk about a new way to think. Ross?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ross Morey. The new way to think, and I think we're all experiencing this now, is that digital business is transforming everything we do. How we work, how we play, how we shop, how we gather information. This transformation is going on around the world, and it's certainly changing my behavior, my expectations, and I'm sure it's changing yours. Now, as we explore the new digital economy, one of the interesting things that's changing are the transaction volumes. It's interesting to note that back in 2004, the average person did one mobile transaction per day. 10 years later, 2014, the average person does 37 mobile transactions per day. Now, I don't know where you are on that scale. I'm probably below 37. I know my daughter is way above 37, but that's what the average is. The interesting thing is not that how many you do, but to me, as an infrastructure provider, the fact of this thing we call the starburst effect, that one touch of the screen on your phone can kick off 10, 20, 30, 100 back-end transactions. So while the apps are really cool to use, they're easy to use, we're all using them, you have to have the right infrastructure, because as the way the trends are going right now, it looks like that 37 transactions per day is soon going to easily hit 50 over the next couple of years. But in terms of the starburst effect, every touch to your phone could be kicking off 500 or 1,000 back-end transactions. So this is really putting a stress on the scalability and efficiency of our systems. Now, the other thing that's changing, and I'm sure you all feel this, is in the age of the empowered consumer. Our experience as consumers, especially with mobile, are changing our habits, they're changing our expectations, and it's the battleground for you and your companies as you create mobile apps either for your employees in your enterprise or for your customers and the consumers that you serve. The important thing with this knowledge of what's going on with mobile is that analytics and mobile come together to serve the empowered consumer. And how do they do that? One example is what we call the demographic of one. It's the personalization of that app and that information and that offer that's coming to you. I would tell you right now that me personally, I'm sick of getting standard marketing, if you would, blasts, either from an app or an email, things that aren't personalized for me. And in fact, it's something that people are expecting now. They're expecting that if they give up a little bit of their private information, then they're going to get a very good personalized, in-context experience with a mobile app. So the next thing that we all start to live through is, if we expect to be a demographic of one, we're taking the ball into our own hands, and we're becoming a much more self-service economy as well. Gartner noted that 80% of customer interactions on mobile devices today do not involve a human on the other end. So think about it. The mobile app is replacing humans that used to really represent your company and be your brand in the marketplace. And now that mobile app is your brand and is representing your company. And so we're requiring new ways to think in this era of self-service. We've got to think like entrepreneurs, and we've got to think that that app is having a very important experience with my customer. Now, one of those important experiences we call mobile moments. I don't know if you've had them. I know I've had them. I don't know if I really crave them. I know some people look for them all the time. But that's that meaningful experience when you're perhaps you didn't expect it and you had to do something quickly. You got on your phone and you had to schedule or change a flight reservation, or you wanted to look for a hotel or a place to dine that night. But those mobile moments are now really the battlegrounds where companies are going to win and lose. As you can see on the screen, it says that 40% of mobile moments that go bad, that customer leaves that app, leaves that company, and doesn't return. I know that my tolerance level is pretty low these days. If I'm really strong on a brand and I have a bad mobile moment, I might continue for one or two more times. But if I'm new to them and I have a bad experience, I'm gone, and I delete that app off my phone. I know many of you don't delete your apps, but I delete the apps off my phone. And for me to bring it back on would really take a significant endorsement from somebody I probably really trust their judgment. So these mobile moments, these battles that are going to go on, again, without someone in your company probably connected to your consumer, are going to be very important for you. Now, this app economy, as I mentioned before, it's this marriage of mobile and analytics. The analytics are needed to be done in real time because they're guiding the mobile moments, and they're really important to us because as fast as we want to ask questions and interact, that information needs to come back, and that really does ripple and impact, again, back-end systems that are supporting all of these mobile applications. Now, we've done more than 6,000 successful mobile solutions with clients around the world, and we've studied them, and we've looked at the best practices and what we've learned, and we've determined there are 6 critical factors to exploiting mobile moments. The first one is around sub-second response time. Around access anytime. What you want and what I want is we want to be able to access that app at any moment. You wake up in the middle of the night, you want to transfer money, you expect the app to be available during the day, anytime. So 24/7 by 365. The next thing we worry about is sub-second response time. Sub-second response time really, really is a critical factor. And again, you can see the abandonment rate on the screen behind me. That's a really important. I don't know what your threshold is. Mine is probably around 5 seconds. I've actually timed it. Some people I know are much less than that, but got to be aware of it. Response time is critical. Another one of the 6 is the personalization that we want. Again, I mentioned that we want to be treated as a demographic of one. We don't want to get a bunch of general things blasted at us. We want content, we want it in context, we want it at the right time, and so personalization. Another key transition for all of us in mobile is protection. People want their personal data and their financial data and their identities protected. And much of the population out there isn't that confident with your or my ability to protect that data. Now, there's ways to do it. We all know that, but it takes vigilance. Another really important point of the 6 is integration. This integration actually becomes one of the most key elements here. It's about how the system of engagement and the mobile app connects with those back-end system of record systems. And finally, scale. Scale is a must. Scale is an absolute because you don't know when the mobile transactions are going to peak and spike based on things going on, whether it's something, a television ad that went on, a world event, a weather event, you name it. Scale and spikes come all the time. So enterprise scale is a must with your mobile applications. Now, I like to use this iceberg analogy when it comes to building mobile apps. The cool app is the thing everybody sees, and hopefully, you've got designers that you've employed, or you can get a design team from IBM to help you build that cool app. But that's only about 30% of your effort. The 70% of your effort that's really important is going to be in that infrastructure in the back end that's supporting that mobile app, supporting those 6 critical factors. One of the things that's going on with app developers around the world is they're not really aware of what it takes to build a mobile app that really interacts well with the back-end systems, and we're seeing examples all over the place. There was an interesting one of an elderly lady in the UK using one of the UK's largest banks, and her account got flagged in the bank, and they looked at her, and she had hit her threshold of transactions for the day. And when they went and called her to try to find out what was going on, she was waiting for a check to clear. Now, she had hit her phone waiting for a check to clear about 50 times during the day. Now, there's no way normally she would have made 50 phone calls or gone into a branch office 50 times to see if the check had cleared. But because it was on her phone, she was doing it all the time. So it's, again, you're not really expecting what consumers might do. Another large bank in Australia came up with a cool idea. They had it so that if you shake your phone, your balance would come up. And then one Friday night, all their systems went haywire, and they were trying to figure it out. And the next day, the IT department figured out what happened. The marketing department had run an advertisement on TV showing the power of shaking your phone and getting your balance. And I guess there was tens of thousands of people all at the same time at home shaking their phone. So that connection between the user and the user app, the back-end systems, it's not predictable. And it's highly dependent on how you set up your systems of record, your systems of engagement, and get them to integrate and work together. So, come to the IBM Z13, system designed for the mobile era, $1 billion investment, more than 500 net new patents on technology in this system, more than 5,000 developers. It was co-created with clients. It's a great new system designed for the mobile era. What the Z13 can do for you with the mobile economy is support the scale that you need. Tens of thousands of transactions per second. And I don't mean light transactions, I mean heavy transactions with analytics with them, a large amount of memory to soak up the workloads, faster encryption to keep everything secure, many I/O channels. Again, a lot of technology built and designed specifically in the hardware and in the software as a stack to support the mobile explosion that's going on. Now, we've got lots of references around the world. We see people like US Mobile providing the highest level of protection for classified communications with our Z13 servers as the back end, Renfe doing their ticketing for railroads, and ABK handling a large amount of online payments. Now, with this, the new Z13 has some things that you couldn't do before with a Z. You couldn't do it before at all, and the reason is because of some of these new technologies. One of them is what we call in-transaction analytics, having analytic insights at the point of impact during those mobile moments. In the past, you never would have run your online systems and your analytic systems on the same system. Today, we've put the technology in there so that you can do that. And I'm happy to talk to you more about that offline, but trust me, We've benchmarked it, it works. You can run your advanced analytics and your online systems together and help create those mobile moments. Now, Z, as we know, prepares the absolute highest level of a trusted system, a lot of agility in the virtualization, the security and encryption that we've come to count on the mainframe is enhanced in the new Z13. And from a cloud point of view, our enterprise cloud system, which is an integrated in IBM packaged solution, if you really want to get a cloud system delivered for you, that we continue to enhance and will be available on the Z13 in the coming months. One new thing we're announcing here at Interconnect today is something we call Z-Systems Hybrid Cloud Connect. Now, this is something you can go and test drive, and it's a way to set up a hybrid cloud. Experts from IBM will help you. You get 3 months of soft layer for free for this testing, and we'll provide you the technology and the know-how to set up a hybrid cloud and test drive it yourself. So that's an offer out there for all of you. You want to test drive a hybrid cloud? Come talk to us. Now, with every industry is transforming, everyone's moving ahead. I'd love to bring up someone now that's going to talk to you about the fast-moving world of travel and transportation and what he's doing to make a real difference there. Ron Perry, would you please come up, the president of Radix International. Do you need it?
I will need any
All right,
slides.
thanks.
The company that I run is down in Florida. The name is Radix. We host airline reservation systems. So if a booking is made on one of our airlines anywhere in the world through any distribution channel, a travel agency, an online aggregator or whatever, it comes back to us. If somebody with a cell phone in New Delhi decides that they want to check their booking, it comes back to us. And we encounter the most amazing things. We had one airline, actually Air Deccan, about 5 years ago, gave away 1 million free seats. And that day, all of India logged in, and what we saw was about 70 million availability requests. A normal day, we would have 2 million. We see these massive spikes in load. What we're seeing now is that with the availability of mobile phones, there is unconstrained demand. It used to be somebody would have to go to a computer somewhere to communicate with our systems. Now they can be standing in line at the bus station. And also the data is free. So the net effect of all of that is we see this incredible demand. We see hacking attempts, constant hacking attempts. Front page of the news almost every day is another attempted hack somewhere. And then we have the issue, we have to be up. We are absolutely mission critical to those airlines. If a plane can't fly for maintenance reasons, they can get another aircraft. If the crew doesn't show up, they can get another crew. If our system is down, the airline cannot operate. They can't check people in, they stop. They can't sell. If it's down for a few days, it's extremely dangerous for them because our largest airlines will lose $1,000 an hour. So we've been running on servers. In fact, we implemented the very first server-based airline reservation system in the world back in the mid-90s at an airline that many of you know, AirTran. And we've been working on servers. We have about a 400 server farm right now in our data center in Orlando. And a few years back, we made the decision to create a very good, very well-defined service edge. Everything on the back end now is moving to a box just like that. 3 months ago, I would have said, you're nuts. A new way to think, I could be the poster child for that. Because I can tell you, I was a server bigot from the late 80s until 3 months ago. And at this point, that machine is changing our lives for the better and the lives of our clients. The total cost of ownership, I was amazed. Right now, it looks like it's going to come in at about 35% less over the next 3 years. That boggled my mind. But the reliability, the scalability, the security, it's a no-brainer. And so at this point, I am thrilled to say I'm here speaking to you about something that I think in a very short time, many of you will be in the same stage talking about the same change that you've made. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Ron.
Great. Thank you.
That's what we like, new Z customers. All right, so Z13 was really built for the mobile economy. Digital business is transforming everything we do. Now what we're going to do is hear about a new way to work.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Terry Bernig. I'm going to talk about a new way to work with Power Systems. So let's get started. I think you've heard this consistently today, starting with Robert LeBlanc in the session this morning. The rate and pace of change in the business world today is so rapid that all of our clients are really challenged to keep up with that change, but also drive competitive advantage from that change. And it doesn't matter if you're a business leader, an IT leader, or a developer, you really need the IT infrastructure to enable you to support that change and drive that competitive advantage. So, what is important about your infrastructure? It really needs to be designed for big data, built from the ground up. Data and data insights are key. And we're all looking at cloud. Cloud provides superior economics to help you solve your business problems. And finally, a solid foundation of open innovation. The rate and pace of change demands that we have open technologies to enable you to do what you need to do in your business world. So let's take each of these one by one. Accelerating insights, right? You want to get value from the data you have. You want to create that kind of personalized, engaging client experience we've all been talking about today, because that gives you competitive advantage in your business. Then it comes to cloud. Everybody wants superior economics for cloud without question, but you want to have security. One of the #1 considerations in cloud deployments today is clearly security. So within the cloud, cloud's a deployment model. You're going to do mobile applications, you're going to do big data, analytics solutions, and what you need to do is bring these new, as Ross said, these systems of engagement kind of solutions hand in hand with your systems of record, your mission-critical applications and databases that your business has been built on. Then we talk about collaborative and open innovation, right? I spend a lot of time on this topic personally, because with this rapid rate of change, if you don't have an open and collaborative environment with the people helping you build up that IT infrastructure, working together to really create breakthrough capabilities, it's hard to scale your business, right? And not only to keep up with that rate of change that we've talked about, but to get the competitive advantage you can from having differentiated capabilities. So, Power Systems. They're designed to deliver this unique differentiation we're talking about in your IT environment to help you grow your business. In the end, it's all about you. It's all about the results you get from your business with us in support of that, and that's our day-to-day job and our day-to-day focus. So given that, let's take a short video to really look at what we're talking about here.
With access to more data than ever before, there are limitless opportunities to expand your business. Imagine what's possible when you capitalize on insights to identify new revenue streams and increase engagement by using data to understand customers better. Let's see how MediaStream, an online media company, uses cloud to build its business and bring these opportunities to life. MediaStream wants to generate new sources of revenue using social, historical, and operational data. With cloud and analytics, MediaStream can track social media comments from a subscriber group in Dallas. Using this information, the company discovers the group is talking about their favorite artist who is performing an upcoming concert in the area. Because MediaStream runs on IBM Power Systems, it can integrate and analyze multiple data sources in real time. With this insight, customized offers can be created and delivered, like a VIP package for subscribers in the area that includes tickets and backstage passes. Or new services and personalized content can be developed, such as pay-per-view events to watch sold-out performances, or a channel featuring exclusive interviews and interactive events. Using its secure, reliable cloud, MediaStream can gain new subscribers through social sharing and social networking, fueling new and existing revenue streams. Can you create new business opportunities from ready-made customers in one day? Imagine the possibilities when you use open innovation to put data to work across the enterprise.
Okay, so notice what MediaStream did. They used the Power 8 processor, remember, built from the bottom up, designed for big data, to really get real-time customer insights. And with that, they get real business benefit. The other thing that they did was they focused on cloud. They focused on cloud for the superior economics. And by the way, Power has a guaranteed higher utilization goal and commitment to the industry. So they get those economics, but they get them in a secure way, and they can really interact with their subscribers in new and differentiated ways. And what does that allow? It allows them to expand their revenue and grow their margin. And of course, the open server platform that we've been talking about. This continuous innovation to really bring best-of-breed capabilities to market, again, for business value. An open and collaborative ecosystem is a key underpinning of enabling that to happen. So let's take a look at a real-world client, TVB, who's done this, leveraging Power Systems. And this is actually a television broadcast company. They're based out of Hong Kong. And they increased their revenues from their ads, and they improved their margins using a lot of these capabilities we're talking about today. They took open social media data, which they had in a public cloud, and they actually brought that together with 3 decades worth of historical data they'd been collecting in their private cloud. So they brought together the public cloud and the private cloud insights and capabilities, and they really built out a new kind of analytic solution that helped them understand their viewers better and therefore grow their broadcast audience, which then enabled them to grow their results. And the nice thing too about TVB is it isn't just about what they've accomplished to this point, it's about what they can accomplish going forward. They have this great foundation of capabilities. They've seen the benefit they can get as they leverage these capabilities, these technologies we're talking about. So now they're really positioned for that next level of business strategy and really enhancing what they do and growing their audience even further. And so I think that what we've got here is a number of great new capabilities, but there's a lot that we're announcing today. Robert LeBlanc actually shared some of this with you this morning, so I'm just going to recap a lot of what he went through, but I think it's really exciting. So the first thing Robert mentioned is we now have Power 8 in SoftLayer's environment, SoftLayer's public cloud environments. And that's, again, because this enables you to build out new generation hybrid cloud solutions, leveraging those underlying capabilities that we have. So it really becomes easier to build out the public cloud, the hybrid cloud, the private cloud solutions with Power 8 and SoftLayer in partnership, bringing those capabilities to you. Your cloud economics, again, the benefits that you're going to get working with that, but again, that security that we've been talking about and bringing together these new client-facing applications with the kind of historical data and insights you've had in your private cloud environments. It's also important that you have choice. You can choose to implement in a public cloud, in a private cloud, in a hybrid cloud, based on your business needs. Not us dictating to you the deployment method, but you choosing what really makes sense for your business. So there are other new capabilities that Robert also touched upon today. The first is tied to simplifying application portability. He announced that IBM has been working with Docker. We've been working very closely with the Docker community, and we've now got developer builds for the Linux on Power Systems environment. So again, you can easily move applications between public and private cloud, that flexibility that really lets you do what your business needs to do the way you need to do it. Bluemix Cloud Integration Services. We've talked a lot again today about hybrid cloud and bringing together existing capabilities with new capabilities because it helps you really shorten your time to market. So with Bluemix Cloud Integration Services, you can really build out these new Bluemix applications and really seamlessly connect them to the backend databases you've built on Power Systems. And by the way, if you're going to do that, it better be secure. So we've had that security built into these solutions and these capabilities that we're talking about today. So, rapid innovation. To me, this is really at the core of what we're talking about today. This rapid rate of change in business, you have to have rapid innovation in support of it. Your IT infrastructure needs to be open, and it needs to be a collaborative model to really evolve this environment in support of your business needs. And I think Power Systems has really come up with a great approach to that, and we're really partnering with a broad ecosystem of industry leaders to make it happen, and that is the Open Power Foundation. I hope all of you in this room have heard about the Open Power Foundation. We are incredibly excited about this because it's all about a collaborative development model with industry leaders coming together to create best-of-breed breakthrough capabilities. So the Open Power Foundation has more than doubled its membership in the last 6 months. We now have over 100 members in the Open Power Foundation. And by the way, we've quit quoting an exact number usually on stage because every time we do, the number's gone up, right? Tom Rosamilio is famous for quoting a number and then have somebody tell him when he leaves the stage it's actually already higher, because it is really catching people's imagination, and it's something that people want to be part of. And we have a number of really important industry leadership companies who've joined us with this. Google, Samsung, Tyan, Mellanox, Avnet, and many others coming together to create these breakthrough capabilities. One of the things that I think really has resonated with this community as we've built this out is they don't want to have siloed incremental roadmaps, which is our history. They want to come together in whole new ways to innovate and create new solutions. So in that vein, I want to talk a little bit about Rackspace. Rackspace is one of the newest members into the Open Power Foundation. Why did they join? Because they did see that they had limitations with an x86 model. They weren't seeing the rapid rate and pace of change that they needed, and they wanted differentiation. So now they're building out new cloud solutions based on Open Power. They're using OpenStack Cloud Services, and they really are able to provide those improved superior economics, that differentiation they need, secure solutions, and they have access to this whole community to look at the next wave of what's possible. So, this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Innovation isn't just about technology. Clearly, it's about skills. And it's not just the current generation of us here in the room. It's about the next generation of IT leaders that are currently sitting in universities learning about all these great new technologies. And about a year ago, I was talking to a couple professors, and we came up with this idea called Innovate with Power 8, the University Challenge. And what this was about is saying, look, let's bring together some of the brightest students in our universities, IBM as a company to work with them, and our Open Power Foundation members, and let's work together to solve real-world business problems. Not theoretical problems that people could study, but the kinds of problems that you as our business clients are dealing with every day in terms of opening up your capability. So there are 3 universities we partnered with. Oregon State University is working with us on open cloud-based solutions, and they have actually partnered with Chef, one of our leading ISVs. North Carolina State University is working on big data solutions and really stack optimization, making all the pieces work together to break through big data problems. And our IBM counterparts in the analytics brand are working with us on this. And then finally, Rice University. They're leveraging some of the new accelerator technology we're bringing to market, and they're working on big data solutions for life sciences and genomics. Now, these students are actually here this week. They're in the Solution Expo area. There's a PED, and I really would encourage you to go talk to them. They're so excited about what they're doing. They've been majoring on this since the fall semester. It's continuing through the spring semester. So I'd really encourage you to go see that. So this is a great time for Power Systems. And it's a great time for us because we really believe we're delivering the kinds of capabilities to differentiate you, our clients, and in your businesses, use this innovation to solve new business problems and challenges and have differentiation. And I think it's really important to not just hear it from us, but to hear it from one of our best customers who's here with us today to share his story. So we have Ed Clary. He's the CIO and Senior Vice President of Distribution for Haverty's. And we've been working together on the digital experience and, to use their tagline, turn inspiration into reality. So Ed?
Thank you, Terry. I want to take a moment and tell you our path to a private cloud on Power. First, a little bit about Haverty's. We've been in business now 130 years, 119 stores, predominantly in the Southeast. So things have been going pretty well. Then I think we're all pretty aware of the big economic downturn. And we found out very clearly that that really impacts our top line if we ever had a doubt about it. So we rallied the troops. We tried to figure out what we're going to do. We said, we've got to be very innovative. And then the CFO says, you know, really the capital spend needs to remain the same and your head count needs to remain the same. So, you know, faced with that, we really had to look around and kind of take stock in what we had in place. As Terry had indicated, we've been a Power customer for a long time, but we weren't sure how that could really play into something that could scale and that could really let us do some innovative things. We knew that it had great uptime. We also knew that we were a big WebSphere shop. We knew that the applications that were going to be coming out were predominantly going to be consumer-facing on the web. So we really tried to figure out what to do and to really keep our staffing requirements low. And I'm going to touch on capacity on demand in just a minute. So I wish I could tell you that, you know, we had this great plan, but really we were kind of lucky, and we had our infrastructure in such a manner that we could do some of these innovative things. We had to recognize that when you're a retailer, your sales don't come across real flat. As you can see, when we put everything on sale, guess what? Not unlike what Ron was saying with reservations, things really kind of blow up. And if you look at our peaks, this is sales. You see the big events that we have. And if you dissected Black Friday, you would see that in a 2-hour period of time, we're doing 5 times the largest amount that we do any other time of the year. So the way that we've addressed this is with capacity on demand with Power. It works fantastic with WebSphere on Linux. We're able to move memory. We're able to move CPU cycles to where it needs to go at the right time. And during this period of time, we knew that we had to start doing applications consumer-facing, a lot of mobile. And then that's when you're doing mobile applications, you're taking cycles away from your typical store point-of-sale transactions. We had big customer service applications, and then we saw people really were interested in a lot of self-help type apps. So this particular application, a lot of the millennials really are in love with this. You can text and see when your truck's going to be there, and 18% of our customers right now do that. The same infrastructure that does that is also doing an application that's been pretty wildly successful with our consumers. That's Follow My Truck. That's something that lets you see where your truck is. Most of our customers are both working, so you could be at work following the truck on your mobile device or your desktop, and you can see where they are. Those type things are really born out of that same private cloud that's doing things like warehousing, customer service, point of sale, and all these new applications. And with capacity on demand, we're able to scale those applications up and still keep our staff low. So in summary, we've been really happy with what the platform affords us, and really it's let us innovate. When we started down this path, we didn't realize how much mobile would be part of our daily lives, but this infrastructure has allowed us to do that. So Terry?
Thanks, Ed. All right. So let me wrap up here. Clearly, again, the way we do business today, rapidly evolving, and it's important that the infrastructure supports you, and hopefully in this session today you've got a view of how Power is really enabling that. And so with that, I'm going to move it over to A New Way Forward.
Good afternoon. So what does all of this mean for storage? For those of us that manage storage, there's significant challenges. First of all, many of the businesses are struggling to gain insight from this digital tsunami. As their application developers turn out new mobile applications in hours and days, it forces a new expectation of agility on IT. And first and foremost, what about all this data from social and mobile? How do we manage this? Do we just create more hardware sprawl to take advantage of this data? It really means we need a new modern storage infrastructure, one that enables us to have the right implementation on-premise, off-premise, or in hybrid cloud models. When we look at what's happening in the world around us, first of all, advance the slide, please. Thank you. First of all, in this world where storage is less than 50% utilized in many cases, we do have issues with enormous hardware sprawl. Hardware sprawl that is driving intense consumption of not only space but energy, where these application developers, through this rapid innovation of applications, are driving data duplication out of control. And we're last but not least, we have islands of data. As storage is purpose-fit for different application tiers, or increasingly, these application silos or these data silos are generated by the killer analytics application. So what is really required for us as storage leaders? First of all, we think there's an opportunity to rethink storage, to unbox ourselves from this traditional model. We believe there's an opportunity to manifest new solutions that allow our clients to truly have choice of deployment and the economics that they require. We think that there is a new way forward for storage with these foundational technologies around software-defined storage and flash. Last year, we envisioned a new landscape for storage, where capability for storage management and optimization is increasingly provided through intelligent software. And we made a statement that we believe the storage hardware of the future is flash, a form factor that allows businesses to transform through the ultimate in application performance while conquering the hard problems of IT space, hardware endurance, and energy consumption. So let's rethink what's required in these environments. It's about agility. It's about supporting the new speed of business. It's about controlling this infrastructure through analytics to achieve the right performance. And it's about once and for all solving that efficiency problem, making sure that the storage environment is fully utilized as we tier data to the most effective mechanism, whether that's flash, disk, or tape. And to that end, we announced last week a new family of software-defined storage, IBM Spectrum Storage, where IBM is committed to invest over $1 billion over the next 5 years to create the storage infrastructure of the future, where our clients will be able to take advantage of this choice and freedom of action of whether their data and their storage is managed on-prem, off-prem, or in the most effective hybrid cloud model. So it's about getting storage capability your way. By allowing ourselves to unleash the power through software of this capability, we can deliver as software. We can deliver the capability of our software combined with hardware as an appliance, or of course, deliver on the cloud in a pay-as-you-go model. Our Spectrum storage solutions are comprehensive. They first of all start with management, the ability to control heterogeneous storage environments through analytics to achieve performance. It's about protecting data, about being able to do backup and recovery in the right time frames with the right economics. It's about using software to achieve intelligent archive of data and taking advantage of media like tape much more effectively. But the sea change is probably occurring at the optimization layer, which is where we use capability like virtualization to maximize storage efficiency and utilization, where we create a flexible architecture of the future that really supports the scale needed in many big data environments, whether we're talking about scientific computing or simply the data that's used around the SAP supply chain. And last but not least, it's about accelerating cloud environments, about allowing our clients to truly support the workload of the future. The newest offering of our family that we announced last week is Spectrum Accelerate. This is software that we extracted from our industry-leading XIV appliance that's used by more than 100,000 servers around the world and used by customers, including Netflix. It's about unleashing the power of this software so our clients can create cloud solutions, but with low management overhead, using commodity-based hardware capability, and enabling them to deploy this on-prem or on the cloud. We truly think this is a revolutionary approach to storage delivery, and it's being test-driven and utilized by many clients around the world, including China's State Grid, the largest energy concern in the world. So now I'd like to talk a little bit about Flash. We delivered Flash to more than 4,000 clients last year and became the world's leader in Flash capacity shipped. We do believe that this form factor is making a difference for our clients around the world. An example of that is Memorial Hermann. They're a medical institution in Southeast Texas supporting more than 5,000 physicians. Flash has allowed them to revolutionize their business through improved performance, allowing them to use analytics for proactive health care and improving access to medical records with increased speed. Another great example, given that we're all in Vegas, is Paddy Power. I love this one. They're a gaming institution in the UK and Ireland with over $8 billion of income. They've used Flash to provide fast data analytics and client experience in an environment where every second can break the bank in a blink of an eye. And they're able to support their events of choice, like the Cheltenham races, with increased client experience and satisfaction. So today, or last week rather, we announced the next generation of our Flash system family, a family that provides 50 times the performance of enterprise disk systems, 4 times the space efficiency, scaling to over 2.2 petabytes of data. It is the beautiful box on the far end, if you're following the lineup over there. We truly think that this new form factor revolutionizes Flash because this new form factor allows clients to both scale up and scale out, and that is meaningful for different types of workload. And we're supporting our Flash systems with guarantees, performance guarantees, endurance guarantees with 7 years of maintenance, data reduction, and a peace of mind guarantee as you move from the other form factors of storage like spinning disk to Flash. So I'd like to allow you to hear from one of our clients, and I'll invite Robert Gavadell, who is the Big Data Architect for USAA, to join me on the stage. Thank you. And so, thank you, Robert. So, Robert, why don't you give the audience a few words about the challenges and some of the things you have encountered at USAA?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to kind of let everybody know what USAA is about. We've been serving our military community for since the 1920s. We provide competitive products and services to them. And the challenges around that is really getting into knowing our members. And the amount of data that we deal with today, and especially in our big data environment, it's no longer just transactional data. So we really want to get into that. Our job is to, actually my job is to be able to capture, manage, and preserve that data at a scale that meets the analytical and insight needs.
Okay. And what is storage? What is the role of storage in this kind of environment? What have you seen?
The role of storage is critical. It's really being able to have the right amount of storage when you need it and have it optimized at the time when you need it and be able to scale, especially in this type of environment. So the things that we've done is really implemented the spectrum scale within our Hadoop environment, and that gives us the scalability that we need when we need it, and looking also at a hybrid approach in which we can scale out into the cloud down the road.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of you have seen these, but these islands of Hadoop data is a particularly large challenge, and I have to say Robert and the team at USAA have achieved phenomenal software-defined automation, and so they're really a poster child for some of this with analytics. But what do you see in the future, Robert?
I really see us going more to the being able to scale at the time and not really being, I like to say, we call it software defined, but I like to see us going in the future where it's more of using our intelligence, where we know the peaks and we know the times, and that software needs to scale out. And in order for us to do that, we need to have an infrastructure that could burst with the workloads.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And so I'd like to wrap up here. We do think that the storage industry is going through a phenomenal shift, but it's really about getting the capability you need your way and exercising the innovation that comes with software-defined storage and the new next generation hardware form factor of flash. We are supporting this endeavor enormously through both innovation, through our patent portfolio, and through the use of open standards. I look forward to working with you on this storage journey. Thank you very much.
Great, so let's begin to wrap up. First off, let me thank Jamie, let me thank Terry, let me thank Ross. Wow, I mean, talk about innovation happening in the infrastructure space. But also, we've heard some truly amazing stories of client innovation. And I want to thank all of our clients for sharing their successes with us today. I think it's fair to say consumer expectations are forcing change in the way we think about traditional IT and how we look to optimize the opportunities presented by mobile, cloud, big data, and analytics. IBM understands what it takes to help you, our clients, be successful in this digital economy. So please dive deeper into the types of solutions and systems innovations that we've discussed here today by attending keynotes as well as sessions happening this week. They're all really exciting developments happening in the marketplace, and IBM is at the forefront of those. We know the future is hybrid IT and software-defined environments built on open technologies, enabling portability of applications without vendor lock-in. Yes, all systems and applications will talk to each other. IBM is the leader in IT infrastructure. Our investments in systems and middleware are designed to propel today's digital economy. Leveraging our infrastructure solutions in your CAM's deployments, will be poised to realize the benefits of ongoing commitment around these innovations. Our systems are the most scalable, secure, integrated, and open in the marketplace. So finally, what does this all mean to you? It means deploying enterprise storage for cloud occurs in minutes instead of months with the new Spectrum Accelerate you heard Jamie talk about. It means you'll lower your software costs with more virtualized servers per core with Z-System that Ross talked about. It means you'll realize up to 97% less storage space with 50 times the performance with flash systems. And it means you'll deliver 73 times faster insights to data with IBM Power Systems. Only IBM can handle the equivalent of 100 Cyber Monday volumes every day, 365 days a year, with the highest level of resiliency, security, and scalability. You heard this from our clients today. Our technologies are changing how the world thinks about IT and how we deliver on customer expectations and how we approach the opportunities presented by the digital economy. These technologies are the catalyst for the way to move forward in a faster, smarter future. Thank you.